You have been signed out.
It took just long enough for me to be like, it's going to bloody sign us out again, isn't it? We've just signed in and it's going to say...
Anyway, that was a good time to insert ads.
Snooping as usual. But yes, hello.
Hi.
Hello, hi, surprise and such. Yeah, I thought I was at a barbecue today, but this morning when I woke up and checked my phone, and the friend group chat was just like, looking forward to seeing you all next weekend. I'm like, phew, okay then, well, I guess I'm going to work today then, you know.
Oh well.
Yeah, I would have just taken the afternoon off anyway, but then knowing that I'm not going to be here next week meant that we then would have missed it 2 weeks in a row, and I'm just like, I don't really want to do that, so yes. So you got it mixed up 2 weeks in running. Look, listen, all right, shush. Camera looks crisp today, Graham. Yes, I did it all myself.
I think we're actually focused today. I kind of just went last week and then happened to be pretty much there.
Okay, yeah. So
because here is 3 meters on the focus range on there, but it's just kind of a case of like clearly actually in focus is like 3.01 meters or something.
Right, okay, yeah.
You know, or like 2.99 meters or something.
I was going to say, this was going to be sort of a somewhat backhanded compliment because like Sleepwalker is just like, well done, Graham, you got the camera just right. I'm just like, I don't set up the camera for the podcast. This is Caradog's shit. And Caradog's just like, oh yeah, I just usually just eyeball it and full send, you know. So we got lucky this week, apparently, you know. All right. Your 980 Ti that carried you through the COVID apocalypse got sold.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, still nice that it got sold. Anything really focused on this stream? Well, we're going to be focused on building some computers because I've got a couple of computers to build. Because I think I've got enough parts. I've not double checked, but I'm fairly certain I've got enough parts to build 2 machines up.
Do not worry. Overnight parts from Japan.
Yeah, I don't think I've got graphics cards. I've got a graphics card on order. In fact, where is it? I ordered another 3060, and I thought I ordered that like a week ago, so I should probably like check that that's coming. So yeah, I don't think I've got graphics cards, but like we'll put a placeholder in there for the purposes of this stream, and then I'll be like, yeah, cool, I'll stick some 3060s in those. She'll be right. Let's see, my eBay.
6700 still horrifying.
6700. I haven't checked lately.
Yes, I was kind of using that as a segue of speaking out loud whilst I open eBay.
Yeah.
eBay. Thank you. That was me not being able to type.
Yes. Right, paid 18th. What's the date today? It's the 20th. Okay, it was only 2 days ago that I bought it. It's not marked as dispatched yet, which is a little bit concerning, but...
220 for a 6700 XT.
Okay,
I'd take that.
That's fixed, yeah. I
hate the way that eBay presents the free collection. Because I keep reading that. It's free collection from my postcode. Win!
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind.
I see what you mean, yeah. Yeah. What about 6800 XTs? Because if my memory serves me, every time we have this conversation, I come round to the conclusion of I'd rather have a 3060 12 gig than a 6700 XT.
Yeah.
However, also the 6800 XT is perfect if you can find one at a reasonable price. Not bad. You paid $285 for the 9060 XT though. True, but I think you got a bargain there. So that's, you know, if you can keep finding them at that price, sure. How are we looking for 6800 XTs?
281.
Yeah, so still high, yeah.
281, 299, yeah. 299, 299, 310.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the true price is 290.
Yeah. And we decided that the 6800 XT was faster than a 9060 XT as well, didn't we? So it basically comes down to the fact of it comes down to whether you want maximum performance per pound or per dollar, or if you want the generational advantages.
9060 XT 16 gigabytes is 4% faster than a 6800.
Oh,
10% slower than a 6800 XT.
Oh, there's not that much in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are. They're in this. I would hesitate to say that they're.
9060 XT.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd hesitate to say that they're in the same category, and therefore, yeah, if you can find 9060 XTs for sub 300, then yeah, wow, is that 250?
These are 8 gigs.
Oh, those are 8 gig. Oh, okay, yeah, and 8 gigs. I just suddenly saw I saw one at the top there at like 250. I'm like, buy that? Just click buy it now. And wait, hold on. Am I streaming tomorrow night? No. I'm skipping a week on the game stream. So yeah, no Twitch stream tomorrow because I'll be away.
It looks like £374 for a 16 gig is the cheapest on eBay.
Yeah, so like Sai got a bargain, but I don't think that's a consistent price. I'm not saying that you couldn't find another bargain, but you can't consistently find them at that price.
Yeah. Amazon 90
brand new's gonna be 400.
16 gigabytes. We are looking at 400.
Yeah.
What? Have a random voucher.
Yeah, Amazon does that. Just now and then they just give you a random voucher price.
$3.90. That's not bad for it being brand new Amazon.
Yeah. If someone is insisting on brand new, then I think that's probably the play. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeg.
Yeah.
So yes, fair enough. Interesting. So certainly for the computers I'm building, I'm going to be slapping 3060 12 gigs in them, unless the customer asks for something more. I mean, I guess I could get a 6800 XT for one of them, because I'm building a minimum viable and a mid-range.
Yeah.
So the mid-range, I guess I could stick a 6800 XT in there.
Yeah.
And Bruce says, hi guys, I've got a question about a Wi-Fi repeater. My main computer doesn't have internet. If I plug in a USB Wi-Fi repeater, would it fix it so I have an internet connection? Okay, so we've got some definition problems here. So like you need to have you got Wi-Fi in your house? Like do you have a broadband connection with a Wi-Fi router? If so, if you plug in a USB Wi-Fi adapter, like...
Specifically a USB Wi-Fi adapter.
Yeah. So, like, this is a USB Wi-Fi adapter that I just happen to have kicking around here. So, a little USB widget that plugs in. That adds a Wi-Fi adapter to the computer so it can connect to the Wi-Fi connection in the house. And that would then work. Wi-Fi repeater is a very generic term that can mean a lot of different things in a lot of different configurations.
Yeah, but also generally the usage of that is it would sit in range of an access point, receive the signal from that access point, and then rebroadcast that access point to enhance its range. It is a range extender.
Yeah.
It does not provide functionality to other devices other than extending the range of a network.
Yeah, so that question is difficult to give a straight answer to because I have a suspicion you're using the wrong terms here. So kind of need to double check what you're actually what the actual question is there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yes, see, this is the thing. Chat is now saying, "Oh, use mesh node better than a repeater." It's like I don't think it's a repeat. When he says repeater, I don't think he means repeater. I think he just means a wireless adapter. So yeah, which is adding a wireless network card to a computer.
And what I would suggest is if you are looking for one of them and you can get one of them, I think we've got one over here. Yeah, we do. Cool. Is you'll want one that has an actual separate antenna like this with a wire on it, so you can position this in an optimal position.
I'm going to go and get another thing because I've got another one
instead
over
of
here
a small little USB thing like this, which will get effectively hidden down the back of the computer or something like that.
Yeah, these things have really terrible reception, but they're good in a pinch, and they're very cheap. The other option that I stock for USB ones is something like this, where it's a little plug-in USB adapter, but as you can see, it's got a massive great antenna sticking out of it. These are a really good compromise. These are still pretty cheap, and because they've got a big fat antenna on the top of them, they suffer significantly less from being completely shielded by the computer.
Yeah.
These guys, you kind of you have to plug these on a top or front USB port if you want them to get any signal whatsoever.
Yeah, they have to be on the side of the computer.
That's
the access point is. So you have to be three-dimensionally aware of where things are located.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've got something like this, that's less important.
Yeah.
Because you can move it away from the computer and so on, and still have it visible and out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is lame for PCs. Yeah, it is. However, a lot of people just don't have the option of running a cable. There are a lot of use cases where cable is just not an option. Not just out of laziness, but like I've got lots of friends who, like their gaming PCs are stuck on a crappy Wi-Fi connection. And I'm like, Ethernet cable? And they're like, my mum wouldn't let me run a cable through the house, or up the side of the house, or through the window, or under the carpet. I can't run a cable. That is not a choice. That is not an option. So it's like, okay, so we've got to figure out Wi-Fi then. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, it says Wi-Fi repeater. Okay, what are you trying to do then? Because you don't plug a Wi-Fi repeat. So, okay, hang on a sec. Let's roll back.
What's the model name and manufacturer name on the device? Because then we can pull up internet pictures of it and say, is this what you're on about?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, like if we talk about Wi-Fi repeaters that would plug into your computer, you could also get like, these are power line range extenders, which could be called a repeater. One of them you plug into the router with an Ethernet cable. The other one you plug into your computer with an Ethernet cable.
Those are also available where over the power line you send the connection, and then they have an actual wireless access point in there.
Yeah, so like that's the thing is, please explain what you're trying to do and what product you're actually talking about, because that's what I mean. Wi-Fi repeater is an incredibly generic term that doesn't actually tell me what you're doing.
So yeah.
Yeah, and you would not plug a repeater into a USB port. So yeah, unless you're trying to plug Ethernet into a USB Ethernet adapter. Elaborate. There's so many things that this could be.
If you have the physical device, read what the manufacturer name is and the model number is, and put them in chat.
Yeah.
And then we can at least look up pictures.
Oh my God! Yeah. See again. Yeah.
So yeah.
This is why, like, customer walks into my shop and says, "I want a USB dongle." What exactly do you think the customer wants when they come in and they say, "I need a USB dongle"? So yeah.
So yeah, there are too many names that things could be. So yes, specifics will be required.
Yeah. However, tell us specifics and we can certainly narrow down the scope. But yeah, need more information.
So yes.
Yeah.
Computer building.
Yes. So I've got. Let's see. I think I'm going to build up the mid-range that I've got in hand first, because I definitely have parts available for that. Again, except for a graphics card, but I've got one of those on order. Although, yeah, again, should I put a 6800 XT in it? I think I will. I didn't want to pay how much 6800 XTs currently cost, but also the price on them seems fairly stable at the moment. I don't think the price on the an XY. I don't think the price on them is going to come down anytime soon. So I think if I find a 6800 XT for like, I don't know, £280 or so, I think that's as good as it's going to get for a while.
That's annoying.
Yeah, 7000 series is still just nowhere in terms of second-hand pricing. The 7000 series is in such a weird area where like the cards are fine, but the prices on them just don't make it any sense to buy now. So yeah. Find a used 9060 for that. I mean, not unless I can find one for sub 300. But I mean, I guess I could keep an eye out. Yeah, because like I'm not in a mega hurry. But 340. I don't want to spend 340 on it. Like, computers are too expensive right now as it is. So yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at like 370, as we said, for a 9060 XT.
Well, like, oh, that one's on bid. Yeah, I was going to say there was 323, but that's bidding.
Oh, sorry, I also read that as a not 16 gig, as an 8 gig. Just because they didn't put 16 gig there, they just smushed that together. And I was just like, oh, it's an 8 gig card because you've not mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the bot. Yeah, maybe. Again, just, if they come up.
But also it being $360 doesn't help when we're not in that country.
Yeah. I'm inclined to stick a 6800 XT in there because, like, again, the 6800 XT is fine.
Yeah.
It's still a good card. I think it's still probably some of the best bang for buck you can get out of a graphics card right now. Again, it was even better when you could find them at like 340, or sorry, 240.
Oh yes, that's definitely what I mean. An Inno3D NVIDIA GeForce 6800 XT with VGA and S-Video.
Wow, S-Video. I can't wait to plug my TV into it.
Yeah.
Get you a Radeon all-in-wonder.
I went down such a rabbit hole looking
you?
at all of the ATI graphics cards and like the different names and everything, and I was just I realised at the end I was just like, yes. What? Why do I do this? Oh, there's one that's currently on bidding for £195.
ADHD go brr.
Yeah, but yeah, you're looking at like £310.
Yeah, really? There's nothing sub 300 for a 6800 XT?
Not for the XTs, no.
I mean, I guess we could 6800 vanilla.
Yeah, it looks like that's about what you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy any of those today. I think I'll I'll hold fire for the time being, and I'll keep my ear to the ground. Just check twice a day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, for something to pop up.
How's it rare? It's an Asus TUF.
I saw that as well.
What the fuck is rare about an Asus TUF? It'd be like, rare if it was working.
It's a rare. It's faulty, but it's a rare card.
It's rare because it's faulty.
One
is
of
that
a kind.
Your comment? Yeah, £281 for a 6800 vanilla.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Oh, I've got options here. Okay. Right, I've got 7500F platform that we built up a couple of streams ago. That's going to go in this one. I thought this was an AM4 setup, but actually this is another 7500F in a A620.
What the fuck is that board?
It's an A620. So the minimum viable one that I'm building is a Micro ATX. So, however, I'd forgotten that I had this. So the question is, the minimum viable one, am I going to do the AM4 build that I've got available for that? I think I might, just to get the AM4 stuff sold. But then on the other hand, I think that's the only I think that's the only working AM4 stuff I have, so I might want to keep that for testing.
Do you have nothing else? Whack.
I don't think so, because
that's pretty good going then.
Yeah, because I've been trying to get. I spent all of last year trying to get rid of all of my AM4 stuff.
I know, but it's also the fact of you seem to keep coming back and going like, oh, I have yet more motherboards on AM4 somehow.
Yeah, they materialise, they congeal out of this, you know, so, you know. Yeah, I mean, if you still have AM4, get it gone. Yeah, but then on the other hand, I kind of want to keep an AM4 setup kicking around for actual shop testing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's because, otherwise, because if I sell my last one, then, in all seriousness, none of the shop computers are AM4. So, yeah, I might suddenly find myself in a situation where I don't have any AM4 testing stuff.
Oh, yeah. And like, so 8th gen, that's AM5.
Yeah,
that's
and like AM4 in the wild isn't going anywhere.
Is.
We're going to be seeing AM4 builds kicking around and coming in for repair for years to come. So, yeah, it's not a good idea to not have an AM4 platform in the shop.
Yeah.
You need all fairly recent sockets as a repair shop. Sort of.
All of the relevant ones.
All of the relevant ones, yeah. And basically...
Which makes... I say that because LGA 1700 is kind of relevant.
Yeah.
Having AM4 and AM5 is relevant. Having LGA 18, whatever the hell it is irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah, like I could do with an LGA 1700 setup because that covers 13th, 14th and
12th, 13th and 14th.
12th, 13th and 14th. Oh
yes.
yeah, 12th, 13th and 14th gen.
Because 15th is Arrow Lake.
Yeah. So yeah, like I could do with a LGA 1700 board. So yeah, Although to be honest, I kind of need that. So yeah.
This is also genuinely actually a really good time for you to sell that.
Oh, what the Z390 up there?
Yeah, if you're not going to use it, and it's just going to sit there.
Does that work? I can't remember what that's.
Because it came out. Didn't it come? I thought it came out of there when you upgraded that to use the motherboard that came out of the YouTube rig.
No, the YouTube rig had the Crosshair board in it, and I don't.
Which is there.
Oh.
And that was the one that came out of there.
No, my one... Oh, wait. Okay, so, yeah. So the one that came out of there was my old Gigabyte board, which is why I was like, no, I don't recognise that. That's an MSI.
Oh, no, wait, you sold that Gigabyte board.
I sold that.
Yes.
And, yeah, that's where this big old shuffle came from. So, yeah, that Z398, I don't know what the story... I kind of want to just boot this and just make sure this actually works then in that case.
Because now is probably the time to sell some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's actually got some value.
Yeah.
Other than, or sorry, should I say, the less interesting stuff of that generation has some value and will move.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, brain, words, whereas obviously the like specific overclocking good stuff will always move on and sell because overclockers are always cycling what they have.
Yeah.
But this stuff will get like general purpose sold.
Yeah, this has got my old 8600K in it, so yes. Yeah. I need to double check that this board works because I can't remember what the story behind this specific motherboard is. I've got a horrible feeling this motherboard is dead, and I sold them my board instead.
I see.
And I sold them my motherboard, and then I was just left with just this 8600K. So I think this motherboard is kill.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we should probably post-test it and just double-check that this motherboard is
How far back is
kill.
recent? Should we keep AM3 Plus just in case?
No! AM3 is dead.
AM3 is over 10 years old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how old's AM4?
Launched 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying AM3 is over 10 years old. That's why it makes it completely irrelevant.
Okay, sure, yeah.
But AM4 had new CPUs launched in 2020.
Yeah, AM3 became obsolete 10 years ago. Yeah. However, also the important thing is yes, anything AM3 is absolute hard no. There is nothing worth saving in AM3. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for people to get mad at me for saying that, because every time I say that AM3's 100% do not touch obsolete, someone gets mad about that. And I'm like, please, pray tell, what amazing CPU do you have in your AM3 socket that is worth anything? Just like, no.
Yeah.
But yes, AM4 should be dead by now, but because that's the thing, is like...
Half and half. Because it's also the case if it's only 5 years old.
Well, that's the thing. Is just like this A620 setup that I've got here is price competitive with AM4, except for DDR5 prices.
Oh yeah,
exploding.
no, absolutely.
So,
but like, it's a case of like now we would be in the cycle of people starting to upgrade from that because it's 5 years since the last new CPU for it.
Yeah.
Effectively, yeah.
AM3 would suffice for a DIY NAS. No,
because it's going to use 200 watts to do nothing.
Yeah, just buy an Optiplex. buy an Optiplex for £100 and you've got double the performance. So it's just like, yeah, just no. It's just, yeah, whatever use case you can suggest, I'm going to be like, no, you get an Optiplex and have double the performance of it.
Get a Pentium N340 and have twice the performance at 4 watts.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
No.
Okay. So, no, this motherboard is kill. I'm going to sell the CPU though. So, so yes, I need to remember to do that. Tell you what, stick the CPU on top of the thing there because there's some other bits and pieces there. I need to have a look at those and decide which ones I'm selling.
Yeah.
That is now going to go out on display. I need to print off some 3D printed motherboard stands so I can just put these old motherboards just on a top shelf somewhere as a looks nice thing. Okay, right, that's going to go in that. Let's build up this. Ooh. Bam.
What's this? Is this a 3000?
Yeah, this is a 3000.
Frame, whatever the hell it's called.
Framed 3000. Framed 3000 airflow, I think it is. I just call it a frame 3000. Frame 3000. So yes.
Oh, apparently I'm recording.
Oh, I see. Yes, fair enough.
What's that rustle?
3000 D airflow.
Record.
This is a frame.
There you go. It is a computer case.
I think. Yeah.
I think
What qualifies as a frame then? Yeah.
The generation. If it's the 2025 or newer one.
I thought it was of that generation. Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah. I don't know. But also
don't know why I'm doing the peel on this now. I'm going to do that afterwards.
But also I think it gets confusing just because there are so many.
They keep recycling part numbers, yeah.
Somehow, despite there being infinite numbers, we have run out of numbers.
Yeah, 4000 is a frame. Fair enough. All right, I don't care. I'm over it. Right, I plonk this in here. I need to
correct
put
way
that
round.
in that, yeah. I guess I should probably get the bench cam.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Grab the bench cam. Stand by. Ba, 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 ba.
I push this button.
Oh, no, that didn't work. Okay. Right. Oh, I can bonk Caradog on the head with it. Anyway, I'm tired, folks. I was up until 3 a.m. It's not my fault.
How were the steaks last week? The steaks last week were very good.
Yes, yes.
I can't remember what I had.
You had a T-bone?
Yes, I had a T-bone. It was excellent. It was extremely good. Would go again.
That'll do. Send it.
Insta 360. No.
Do we need more height?
That's how much height we have.
Oh yeah, that'll do. Yeah, straighten out and then put it up.
Oops. That'll do. Where the hell's the disable preview button
The
gone?
camera icon in the bottom left.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. There you go. Boom. Bench cam.
Awesome.
Hello. Bench cam.
It's still not straight. Oh, actually,
The camera's just floating all over the place.
yeah, it's settling a bit, isn't it? All right, there we go.
It has worked out
You know
who
what?
it is and where it is.
That'll do. Let's put that bad boy in place.
It just kind of goes, What board is that?
This is a MSI Pro B650S Wi-Fi.
So it's a B650,
Yes.
and it hasn't got an integrated IO
So
shield.
the gaming version of this board does. This one is the Pro series, which is basically the same board but with the gaming without the gaming branding on it. And yeah, they put a tin shield on the back instead. But when I bought these motherboards, I got them. I think I picked them up pretty cheap. I think I bought like a bunch of these at £120 a pop, which at the time of purchase was an excellent price for a decent mid-range B650 board. What on earth is that? I think I've just got a wire tie hanging off of this.
Oh God! Oh
my days!
no! You saying about DDR5 RAM corrupting the SPD? Yes, yes. You can write to the SPD of so much RAM by attempting to control the RGB because the two paths are not separated and the SPD is not write protected. But also, is it not write protected? It's also not in any way kind of verification check required. You know, remove lock bit, write, set lock bit.
Yeah, make sure that you're doing this on purpose and not accidentally.
You just control your RGB and it will remove your SPD, and now your RAM doesn't work.
That's terrible, man.
Yep.
God.
And apparently that is an unfixable fault with DDR5.
RGB RAM was a mistake.
RGB was a mistake.
Yeah.
Cold cathode for life.
Specifically RGB RAM, though, I think that is I think RGB RAM is the most egregious of all of them.
And then RGB SSDs.
Yes, I'll give you that as well. Yeah. Right. This is, of course, a case, so it's going to have Imperial motherboard screws. Let's pick out how many of these we're going to need. 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That one RGB SSD cooking itself. Yes.
Gosh.
The HyperX one.
Yeah.
That had like 400 LEDs at like 3 watts each.
So funny.
And it got to like 90 Celsius or something.
That was just such a bizarre case of like, how did this get all the way to production with no one seeing this as a problem, you know?
Not just to production. The fact that it was a released product.
Yeah.
It got into customers' hands.
Yeah.
Like, did you not test it as a complete product at all? Or did you just plug it in, go, the drive is readable in Windows, therefore it functions? You know, the drive is readable in Linux, therefore it functions. It's like, you didn't try and unplug it after it had been turned on for 10 minutes? And just go, why do I have no skin on my fingertips? Like, come on, there are so many ways you could have discovered this cacophony of
because I also,
failure.
like, the RGB was on by default, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, like, how did it even get through just basic QA testing? You know, because just standard QA out of the factory, they just all should have just failed as being wildly over temperature. It's just like, did you guys not actually test them? It's just, whack.
You mean it's 30 degrees? It's like 20 degrees.
However, it is warm, and I was thinking of taking this off, you know. So, and in fact, I'm going to take it off now. I'm taking it off. I'm taking it all off. Yeah. Why do I have a red light on my
Because your
one?
battery's low.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I take it they didn't actually get to 70%.
All the batteries are fucked, and that's why we're having problems.
No, I just think they hadn't actually charged by that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you can
I'll
unmute.
unmute you now.
Yeah. So, fun story. So Caradog sent me a message earlier on, being like, "Did you charge the microphones?" And from my desk, I look over at the bench over there, where my USB charger is, and I see the DJI mic box. I see this mic box where the microphones go on charge with all 4 lights on the front lit up. And I'm like, yes, they're on charge, they're fully charged. Fun fact, the microphones were in the box and hadn't actually been charging. Ah! So yeah, that was fun. So we managed to plumb like 15 minutes charge into them before the stream. But get ready for another stream of us doing this. Okay, so I should buy, at some point it might be worth me buying like some Type-C cables that are like some really stupid, thin, spindly ones that are useful for actually like running these off of a power bank. Because the problem is when you've got it plugged in, the weight of the cable is just a drag.
The other thing would be just to have one of those 90-degree things. You can then run it up and then back down through the shirt.
Yeah.
So the cable weight is dragging on the shirt, not the microphone.
Yeah, it's still going to suck. But yeah, I think this is one of those odd use cases for having really crap USB cables. So yeah.
This is rated to charge at 5 watts.
Yes. Cool, right, motherboard is in. Has that got an SSD in it? Yes, it has. Right, that needs some RAM. So I am going to... right, I'm now tethered to this bench.
Yeah.
Next to the other computer, there was a white 16 gig stick, so we'll lob that in there for the time being.
The cleave.
The cleave.
Yes.
Right, and I'm going to start unboxing a power supply for this thing. Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what was in the other power supply? It was a 750 was the one we were using last week, wasn't it?
Maybe.
It's on the shelf. Can you just double check that it's a 750 before I
The
break?
shelf as in by the door.
No, directly behind you now.
Oh, these shelves.
Yeah.
It was a 650E.
650E.
Yeah, it's an RM. Sorry, an
Oh
RM
yeah,
650E.
this one's a CX. So
CX,
yes, I'm
yeah.
going to use this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just double checking that I'm not opening another 650 RM. Yeah.
Yeah. Head-mounted power bank, like you're in VR.
Yeah, although I put that in my pocket. Like a lot. Hot take: Apple putting the battery in your pocket. I think it's a good idea. I think that works quite well.
Does the headset have any battery at all?
My one does, yes.
Sorry, the Apple.
The Apple one doesn't.
That.
No.
Yeah,
And
you
I
have
think-
to have the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the
Which
big
makes sense.
difference because you
have a thingy in your display port.
No, hold on. Can I cheat? Oh no, that's not going to happen. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. This is the point where you get to gloat about me putting 9 screws into the motherboard, and you'd be like, see, if it were my build, I'd only have to undo 1 screw. Are you going to do crime? Okay.
Probably not crimes, but.
Can you shuffle to one side and do that while I...
Oops, that's a mouse. But I was just going to attempt to provide some minor leverage, but I think the answer is absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
Okay, yeah.
There's still like 2 full millimeters in the port, even bending it all the way out.
Yeah. I'll relocate the motherboard. I'm fighting the visceral temptation to get a pair of pliers and just snap off that bit. However, I'm like, no, not on stream.
I mean, it would be basically the only contact that this has with...
Yeah, there's plenty of other places where the motherboard gets grounded.
Sorry, I went where the I/O shield was grounded. Not that that overly matters.
Yeah.
Just because the rest of it's actually floating away from it.
Boo, not cool.
Oh, Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted.
Side cutters to fit the everything. No one needs that tab. No.
There we go.
Just take the screws back out.
There we go. Now it's not flickering. Look at me go.
This. I'm going to find a better cable solution than this. Hold on. Have got a more floppy cable here.
You're going to run it through your shirt now?
Yes. I think this is, yes, it does have a Type A on it.
As you can possibly understand, I wasn't going to be ferreting around inside your shirt to plug you in.
Not on camera, at least, you know.
You are charging.
The crowd has fallen deathly ill. I mean, silent. Right. Okay, here we go. That is much more comfortable, and now the microphone is actually pointing up.
Yay! Yeah.
Ah!
I agree. Need to stop manufacturing mobos without fitted I/O shields. Like, I can't imagine that it changes the cost by any meaningful amount.
Yeah, there are a lot of weird choices that happen on slightly lower end motherboards, where it does feel like the only reason why they've done that is just simply feature separation.
Yeah. However, if anyone is enjoying this stream for some reason, it's time to press that thumbs up and give us your hype points. And comment on the video and share it to WhatsApp or something. I don't know.
Tell your grandma.
Share the video with Viber. I don't know if Viber still exists.
I don't know what the hell a Viber is. I've heard that word.
Oh yes, and ring that bell and subscribe that.
What is happening to these screws? I feel like I'm shredding every single thread. They all went in a moment ago. Now they won't. I think that screw is crap. It's a nice screw. I think I'm going to get the big ass screwdriver in a minute and just force it.
What are hype points? Oh, hype points are a thing you can give channels on.
Damn it.
YouTube.
Yes, could you go and get the big... Yeah. Caradoc has to fetch everything for me now because I'm tethered to the desk, so...
It means you'll do... It's an excellent method. It means you'll do work being tethered.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Shear off all of these standoffs as a treat. Yeah. Oh yes, good shout on the fan as well. I watched the entirety of Technology Connections' new video on ceiling fans, and now I kind of want ceiling fans.
Yeah. Oops. I was looking for the new office at like big ass fans, like the 2 meter, 3 meter ones, just because they could sit there spinning all the time.
Yeah.
And basically no one would notice. It would avoid the weird temperature gradients you almost always seem to get in offices.
It's also just nice to have just the air moving as well. I specifically have that. I don't use the oscillation on that fan. I have it pointing at this desk, and that means like at the moment while we're on stream, I've got a thing, but I actually find that when I'm standing over there, having it pointing this way is creating a swirl in the room. Yeah. And that's more effective than having it on oscillate, where I just don't notice it at all. So yeah, but the annoying thing is it's just kind of noisy, that fan. So I want to replace it with something bigger, not because I need more airflow, but because I want a big fan that can be on low setting all the time.
It kind of surprises me that we haven't got bigger fans. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that fan just generally didn't work out very well. I think the cylindrical squirrel cage type fans are better, and I think I should have gotten one of those rather than a fan.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm surprised that a size larger than that never became popular. Because they could have been less noisy, similar amount of airflow.
Yeah. Either that or just box fan. But then the problem is box fans, you can get box fans that are bigger than that, but now it's hard to find somewhere to put them.
They don't have a nice pole and feet.
Whereas that one, because it's a pedestal fan, you can actually put it somewhere.
Yeah. So yes.
Right. So.
Begin computering.
Yes. Other point of order for this video is to figure out what price to put on these computers that I now have.
$5,000 dues.
If I want them to actually sell, that is, you know.
Don't forget, a $1 do is worth less than £0.50.
Making noise. All right. Gonna have to do power supply fan down for this one, I think, because the cables on this one are not particularly long. Oh my gosh, going to screen. Disappointing. Right, that goes up there. Right, some more screws. So the big computer that I've got on the bench that I was tinkering with earlier on, that needs a price tag on it. So I need to make a new spreadsheet of what computers I currently have in stock. So Cowdog, while you're managing the chat, could you make a Google Doc, please, of the current computer specs that I have, and we can start deciding what value to put on these, because I actually have RAM at the moment. I was very fortunate to acquire a 32 gig RAM kit for £150.
Build parts.
Yeah, I guess we could probably just delete all of these bar one of them, because these are all irrelevant, these pages. So yeah. Yes, so I got some cheap RAM. So I have a decent amount of, I've got RAM kits available to me now, so I can put in basically whatever I want. And so I need to make that decision of, like, for example, for this one, am I going to put in 32 gigs of RAM or not? I have a 32 gig RAM kit that I could put in it. So the question is, do I put a 32 gig RAM kit in this, or do we put a 16 gig stick in there that is not very nice, but will keep the price under control? Because it's easy for people to be like, oh, well, it's worth this much. It's like, yes, but if no one's willing to pay that, then it will sit unsold. So we need to spec it in such a way that it will actually sell. Not in this, no. Yeah, I agree. The other computer's a 7800X3D with a 9070 XT. So that one I think is worth actually putting the 32 gig RAM kit in, which is going to make it expensive, but that's supposed to be my high-end option. This one is the medium one, which is actually intended to still be affordable. So yeah.
Delete. Delete. Delete.
You can't put 350 gigs of RAM in an entry PC. Precisely, yeah.
I don't think you can put 350 gigs of RAM in any computer that you're selling.
Well, that's what's in that one up there now, you know.
No, it isn't.
Oh, well, no, £300 of RAM.
Pounds? Yeah, not gigs.
Oh, right. Oh, all right, whatever. Whatever, Trevor.
So what are we calling this? We are calling this
Let's do
AM5 budget. Is this the AM5 budget build?
This is AM5 medium.
Medium.
Yeah. Because because this is medium because it's like it might end up with a 3060 in it, which is not super medium, but it's in a premium case and it's got a nicer power supply and a nicer cooler and stuff like that. This is a medium spec given the current circumstances, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the other thing that's worth keeping in mind as well, is that if a customer turns around and says, "Oh, I want this computer, but can you put 32 gigs in it?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can always change the RAM at the point of sale and say that'll cost you X amount extra." Do you want to go to face cam because I need to do wiring now.
Get faced. There you go. Right, so what CPU have we got in this?
Right, so this is a 7500F.
medium, so this is a 7500F. It was new, and what was the price?
Oh my gosh, my microphone's gone sideways. I'm going to clip it instead of magnet it.
What are you putting the price as? Are you putting it as 115?
For a 7500F, yeah, I guess, because that's what the CPU would typically sell for if you're not buying it on sale. Like that's like the quote unquote real price. I'd list as 100. I mean, that's when you're buying it on sale, but in reality, if you try and buy one now, you're probably paying 115.
Oh, good. Already currency.
Let's go for 110. Let's go for a middle ground. I think I was paying somewhere between 100 and 110 for them. So if we put in 110, at the very least, I'm not putting it in at below cost.
Yeah.
And also, like the cost of the components here is not intended to have profit built into it. In some of them, there might end up being profit because I got it on a sale or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the profit is intended to be built into the build cost.
Yeah, and then there'll just be £100 added to the total parts cost, effectively,
Basically,
to then give the profit.
Yeah, and then finally we'll just tinker with that build cost, and like if we're slightly above or below budget, we can just arbitrarily change the build cost to what I want it to be, you know. Cool. All right. Motherboard is a MSI Pro B650-S Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
That's Pro Space B650, just for the sake of Googling.
There you go. How much did you pay for this?
I'm going to say 120. I can't remember because I got these motherboards quite a while back now.
Amazon says 115 for replacement.
Pro B650. Oh, that's a Pro B650-A, but that's still an equivalent, yeah.
Yeah. That would be 170 for the Dash S.
Yeah. Put it in as 120 because I think that's what I paid for them. And yeah, because that's not to say that we can't find a cheaper motherboard than this, but
yeah, it's also to make sure the price of what it actually is.
Yeah. Okay, right. Carry on plugging in cables.
There you go. Right.
GPU.
GPU.
Right. So yeah. So should I buy a 6800 for one of these, or am I going to just buy?
Right.
A 3060. Let's skip the GPU for now. Right, the RAM, we're going to have in a 16 gig stick.
Oh,
yeah, we'll put in the Clev. Yeah, Clev 16 gig. That's 6000 CL30. Like the last stick of.
Is it Clev?
Yeah, CLEVV.
Oh, it's double V.
Yeah, Clev.
There you go. And that is how much?
Right. So what value are we putting on this?
180.
Yeah, because like when I originally bought that stick, it was part of a 32 gig kit that I got for £90.
Clev.
So yeah,
32 gigabyte kit.
180 is size guess.
That kit, brand new, is £555.
That's not a real price. Yeah.
But Some of them are 200,
For 32 gigs? What is it? Let's look at...
apparently.
Oh, that's on auction.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's on auction.
Oh, I thought that said all buy now. I misread what it said.
List it on buy now, because like auctions are not useful
Buy
for
now.
valuations.
There we go.
Yeah. I think,
that makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah, realistically, I'd be expecting to pay 350 to 400.
Well, that's DDR4.
So,
yeah.
I think size valuation of 180 sounds about right.
Yeah.
The retail value, what it would cost to replace today, yeah, I think 180 is realistic.
Yeah. Wrong sheet. There you go. 180. SSD.
Right, the SSD, what have I put in this thing? I'll actually check for the sake of actually knowing what's in here.
Oh dear.
This has an ADATA Legend 1 terabyte.
A data legend 1 terabyte.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
That is currently £132.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth that, but yeah,
that's what the replacement cost is.
Yeah, what's an equivalent replacement cost? Because that's the thing, is like we don't need that specific model. We need or nearest equivalent.
140, 150.
God, no, they really, yeah. Because you mentioned the cost of these earlier on.
135. Yeah.
I cannot believe that SSDs are still going up in price. Like,
yeah, £132. UK PC part picker, products, storage.
Make it a generous valuation.
SSD.
Well, this is the problem, Scotty Doggy. Like, I agree in spirit with what you're saying, is to be generous with the valuation, but also I need the price of this computer to be something that will actually sell. Because if I just slap profit on everything and be like, that's worth, if I just put like maximum theoretical value on all of the components and the computer costs £1,500, no one's going to buy it. And then I make no money. That's the problem, is that we've got to toe this line of getting value out of it, but also putting it in a bracket where someone will actually purchase it. You know, that's the game that we're playing here. So
okay, 125 off of overclockers.
125. Yeah, that sounds more realistic. Yeah, that sounds realistic to me. Because yeah, like the Legend, it's not a bad drive, but it's also not a premium brand. So
no,
yeah.
But it's also the case of your options at this price point are Time Tech, PNY CS900, Team Group AX2,
Yeah.
Fangxi, or Silicon Power P34A60.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 125, 130, 135.
Yeah. So it says, let's pretend the customer's going to buy the parts and build it themselves. Yeah, I think that's why I think the valuations that Sai is throwing out, I think those are realistic. Because that's the thing, like that's why I chafed against that like 135 valuation on the ADATA Legend. I'm like, oh yeah, but you could find a cheaper 1 terabyte SSD there, not necessarily this specific ADATA drive, but an equivalent. So yeah. This is a CX650 power supply.
650.
So yeah, and this one was brand new, so just whatever the going rate for a CX650 is, which is still, I bought this recently, and the CX series are still just really strong value for money power supplies. I think I paid like, I don't know, like £50 for it or something like that. 47, yeah, that sounds about right.
50, yeah, 50 quid brand new.
Yeah, size says 47. This is eBay prices though. Like, what's the price on Amazon?
Yeah.
Oops. USB is at the bottom.
£50. 50.
Yeah, okay.
50,
just, yeah,
£52.
Stick it in at 50 then, yeah. Near as damn it. I'm not going to fuss over like £1 or £2 here or there. So,
quote unquote cooling.
Cooling. This has got a Thermalright on it. Forgot I was tied to the desk, so I won't walk over there. It's whatever. What's the name of the cheap Thermalrights? The twin fan ones. Assassin Spirit 120 V2. Spirit Assassin.
Peerless Assassins.
No,
that
it's not.
one.
It's not the Peerless. Yeah, it's the. I think it's the Assassin Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put.
Phantom Spirit, Assassin Spirit,
Assassin
120
Spirit.
V2.
That's
there
the
we
one.
go.
Yeah, that's the one.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. £21. So yeah, stick it in at 20 is good enough.
Right.
Okay.
Assassin Spirit 120 V2 plus.
Audio.
There we go. Thermalright Assassin. I nearly put it in at £120 for a second. It's like, oh no, maybe not. Right.
Would not purchase.
Case Corsair 3000. Oops, that's 300.
I'm going to tie that back.
Amazon.
There.
Corsair 3000D Airflow.
That's
60
the one.
quid.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Got a horrible feeling I paid a bit more than that for this one, but it won't be more. Wouldn't have been out by more than £10, and again that get buried in the final profit anyway.
I'll plug mine into charge in 2 secs. Therefore, we are at 665.
Yes. Okay. You'll just have to shout.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, so that's how much at the moment. Missing a GPU.
Yeah, I don't have any power banks in the shop at the moment. I've got them all at home because of reasons. So yeah. Okay, right. Brain fart. Okay, right. Yeah. So we've got a thing there. All right. So our current build cost, no GPU, is $665. So let's see. So add in another row for build cost.
Yeah.
And just slap £100 in there for the time being. Okay, right. So assuming that I want to make £100 profit, we're now at. I can't see because the menu's covering it up.
Well, that number, currency. There we go.
Oh yeah. Right. So assuming that I want to make £100 profit, we're at 765 cost. We're at £765, no GPU.
Yeah.
So if we were to spend £200 on a GPU, that puts us at 965. So if we were to put in if we stuck in a 6800 vanilla, that's going to be about 250. So that would put us at, if we can find a 6800 for 240.
They're like 299.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you may as well get an XT at that price.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, so so if we bought a 6800 XT for 315, that puts us at 1080. So I guess, well, yeah, that's a nice round number, I guess, isn't it? 1080.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's about right. £1,000 for a PC with a reasonable spec. The only serious compromises there are the memory, but that's to be expected. On another day, we would have had on another day, this would have had 32 gigs of RAM in, but RAM can be changed later on down the line. So yeah. Yeah, card fees made that 1100. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, I think just rounding that up to 1100 just to fudge the numbers. That seems realistic. I'm going to carry on plugging things in.
Times 0.0175.
Whoop. Where is the GPU? We don't have one yet. I'm going to grab a random one off the shelf as a placeholder in a minute. However, yeah, we need to buy some GPUs. I have a 3060 on order that is awaiting dispatch. However, I think we're going to buy a 6800 XT for this, so we'll pick one out.
There you go. I've now built in a card fees calculator. Effectively.
Neat.
So if I take that to 0, the card fees go down.
Cool.
So you'll never end up shorting yourself on the card fees.
Oh, I see. Yes, yeah, and that's left us at a near as damn it 1100. I would punch that in at 1100.
Oh yeah, exactly. But that was just so you don't short yourself card fees.
Yep. Got it. Yeah. Yes. All right. Grab a cider. Yeah, I think I will have a cider. I wasn't going to have a cider today, but I'm starting to feel it now. So yeah. Did you hear an eBay notification? You did hear an eBay notification. eBay is doing one of those things where it wants to... Oh, actually, my order has been updated. Has my graphics card been dispatched? It has.
Your
cool.
graphics card has been destroyed. Oh.
Yes, my Gigabyte RTX 3060 Eagle OC 12GB GDDR6 graphics card has been dispatched. I got that for £182, which I thought was pretty good for a 3060 12GB.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, so... okay, right, I'm going to grab a cider, and I've probably been plugged in for about 15 to 20 minutes now, so I'm tempted to pass you my microphone and we'll swap around, because then I can stand on charge. Or, to be honest, you could probably stand on charge. I can get you a long cable, or you could plug into the wall. Yeah. Or we could just have them both plugged in at the same time, because we have that kind of technology.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a charger. Stand by. Unplugs self from wall. Grabs Type-C charger and a couple of USB cables. This is going to be kind of a heavy cable, but I'm sure you'll survive. And then have long cable. If that doesn't work, just flip that around, because the coupler only works one way round. Okay, and drinks. Are you having a drink, Caradog?
Yeah, sure.
Dry. Not feeling a dry right now. I'm going to have one of those. Any preferences? We've got sweet, we've got medium, and we've got dry.
I'll take the sweet.
Okay. Whoop. And whoop.
Oops.
Not even sure if that charger works. Actually, I'm going to grab a different one just in case. I kind of had no reason to believe that that charger didn't work. However, it was just a random one that I picked up off the side. Oh. Why have I got that one there? Huh. Okay. Oh, maybe he just doesn't like the coupler or something.
The charger works, because like this it's working.
Yeah.
Therefore, I will just stand here like this. Hello.
Caradog's a YouTuber now. He's got
I'm one of those popular people who stands around holding their microphone like this instead of clipping it on. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, I get it.
This is your magnet.
Yeah. I get people who do that if they've got a fancy mic that normally requires like a stand or something, and like they don't have a mic stand, so they're just laying back holding the mic because they don't have.
You went inside out.
God damn it. Yeah, I understand people who do that if like they've got a fancy microphone but they don't have the rigging to have it comfortably back in a chair. But when people hold a lapel mic, I'm like, it's a clip-on. Just clip it on.
Yeah.
So yes. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just going to unplug this for a bit, and hopefully it's got enough charge in it. I can't believe the mics didn't charge. I'm so angry. I'm like, we did this bloody song and dance last week. So annoyed. All right. All right, fine. Anyway.
No, that just doesn't work. I've no idea if that cable doesn't work or if a coupler doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Real Chads use boom mics. Honestly, we kind of need I'm tempted to say that we should get a boom mic for the podcast desk. I'm getting increasingly tempted to actually build up this set a bit more with like a dedicated boom mic and stuff, because I think that's actually worth doing.
Yeah.
Like then we could have a boom mic like up here just off shot that is just permanently plugged into this setup. Good job. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to carry on building this while you faff with microphones.
Faffing in Technicolor.
Yeah. Well, the wireless mics are good because I can walk over to the other side of the shop to pick something up while still talking and stuff like that. So
the only issue is for some reason it just didn't charge.
Yeah. Like it's been how long has it been since the last time we had issues? But yeah, that much being said, I've never been super fond about the sound we get out of these mics. But I think I've just not figured out how to set them up particularly well. But
I
yeah,
mean, they sound like microphones, and it sounds like you.
Yeah, it's good enough.
What you want.
Yeah.
If you want it to not sound like you, you'll have to EQ yourself.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe also it's just because I'm comparing versus a condenser, and like that's not a fight these are going to win. So yeah. That much being said, the YouTube mic has been garbage set up for a while now. I recently changed that, and it sounds a lot better in stuff that I'm recording now. But there's been a couple where just the compressor was just way too aggressive, and it was just taking all the character out of my voice.
Come on. There we go.
Right, reset. Right, reset. Power. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
And power LED.
Oh no. Oh good.
Are you going overboard? Do you need me to come and slurp?
It was about to effervesce.
I see.
Everywhere. I was trying very hard to remember the word effervesce, and I was stuck on ejaculate. I was like, no, ejaculate was what I did when I went, oh no!
Anyway.
Ejaculate means to proclaim loudly.
Yeah. Thanks. Do you have the old mics also? No, the old, the Rode wireless mics were the ones we used before these. They got sent in under warranty because one of them got a dead battery. So I was like, lol, warranty return.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because it swelled.
Yep. Cool. Right. Ooh, delicious.
Sparkling. A taste sensation.
Well, no, it's just, yeah. The medium sweet is just really nice. Good. Okay, right. Carry on wiring this up. I've got to do this. I've got to get through this.
I've got to make it through.
Yeah. All right. So we've got one sorted out. So the spreadsheet. We need to copy and paste that, and we need to do it for the Leanne over there. What have I got? Right, those are my 2 fans. Am I running a rear fan on this? Apparently not.
Delete.
Doesn't really need one though, so that's fine. America the Free, thanks for the $20. I'll buy in the next round, fellas. Many thanks.
Delete. Thank you.
America. Much appreciated.
Duplicate. Rename. M5.
Ba-ba.
Oops. M5. Top.
Good. Right. Where is
Duplicate.
RGB on this? It's there.
Rename.
Okay. It's going to plug in there. Sweet, let's hit the pub.
Bonk.
See you in 5 hours, Si.
Protect the sheet. Set permissions. Show warning when editing.
Oh god, I hate the
Done.
RGB headers so much. There we go. Nice.
There we go. Right, so what CPU have you got in there?
Right, so the other computer has 7800X3D.
800 X3D. And what price are you putting on that? £400.
Okay, so what are we valuing a 7800X3D at then, folks?
250?
Yeah, well,
300?
what's the Amazon price? Because again, following size
Like,
logic
that's
of
what-
what,
yeah.
you know.
You asked me what I value it at. AMD 78. Ah! 7800 X3D. It's £300. £276.
276,
Yeah,
yeah.
276 if you want it as a tray.
Yeah, and 230 on eBay. Yeah. Should we go for the middle and just go 250?
Yeah.
Because yeah, 250 is an aggressive price. Because like they're low on eBay at the moment because everyone and their dog and their dog's cousin is flipping them from AliExpress. So yeah, I would say 300, but I can buy one for 280 on Amazon. So no, it's not worth 300.
You can buy one for 230 off of eBay.
Yeah. So yeah, like don't forget, this is what can I buy one for, not how much do I want someone to pay me for it. I'd like someone to pay me 400 for it, but they're not going to. So yeah. Yeg. So okay, yeah. So 250 for the CPU then.
Motherboard.
Okay, right. Motherboard. Same one as this one, I think.
Oh, really? An MSI Pro B650-S Wi-Fi.
Oh no, this one's got the gaming version in it.
MSI Gaming B650.
Yeah,
What?
it's covered by... Oh, is that graphics card screwed in? No, it's not. I can quickly pull that out. Ooh, is this turned on? No, it's not. Good. Sorry. I thought I was pulling this thing apart while it was still powered up then. B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi.
B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi ATX motherboard. B650 Gaming Plus motherboard is £138. Pounds.
Sounds about right. Can we do... Yeah, but what would an equivalent cost? So, like, could we get something equivalent to that at a cheaper price?
So what makes it equivalent?
Yeah. Just a B650 gaming motherboard, basically. So
Eagle AX is 124.
that's the crap one that's got no USB.
Gaming Plus is 138. Tough Gaming's 140. Strix is 150.
Okay, the
Gaming
Gigabyte
AX is
120.
125.
I think that one is got half, not terrible I/O.
There we go.
Yeah, that one's the one with passable I/O. Yeah. Yeah, so
125.
125. So, yeah, should we go in the middle and go 130? Yeah, Si says 130. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm feeling 130 on that.
130. Graphics card.
Graphics. 9070 XT.
9070 XT.
Yeah. So just whatever current retail on that is, which I'm guessing is 600, or are they 500? They're 600, aren't they?
The 9070 XT.
Where am I plugging in my fans on this thing?
Oh, it depends. So you can spend £600 on a Gigabyte gaming OC, or £700 on a Nitro Plus.
God. Yeah, why would you... Yeah, £100 extra for the Nitro Plus. That's a bit... How are you doing? Yeah, no, 600. Especially because these are not Nitro Pluses that I've got.
The Pulse is 630. The Prime is 620. So yeah, I would be pricing it 610.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, we'll put in at 610 then, yeah.
RAM.
I think I paid $5.99 for it. So,
fair. Okay.
yeah. So,
But also it's a case of what's it cost to replace today.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, RAM is
RAM. Right, so...
GB.
So I put in a 5200 CL40 kit because I got that cheap. However, you remember that 64 gig T-Force kit?
No, I do not.
That was the random one that we thought was busted and turned out not to be busted. I put that in my my home PC the other weekend because when I went when I went to Ferality and went into a 80-person instance on VR chat, my RAM went and I was like, uh-oh. So I was like, I have a 64 gig RAM kit at work, so I brought that home and put it in there, and I'm kind of like, I might keep it. I don't need 64 gigs, but what the hell else am I going to do with this 64 gig kit? So I've now got another 32 gig 6000 CL30 kit. So I'm kind of thinking, because that's a nice kit, if I'm building that up to be a nice computer, of putting the nice RAM in it. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I can shuffle down the 5200 kit into another medium computer.
Yeah.
So put it in as a 6000 CL30 kit,
DDR5.
80 people. Damn, that's one way to kick a PC in the legs. Yeah, my computer, other than throwing a hissy fit with RAM, it did manage fairly well. My biggest issue was download speed. When you load into an 80-person instance and suddenly your computer tries to download 80 VR chat avatars at the same time, suddenly your internet goes, so yeah, that was a bit rough.
About 380.
Yeah.
350?
I'm willing to price low because I didn't pay 380 for it. So in the interest of trying to get the price down to something that will feasibly sell, like, I will still make bank off this memory, even if I price low. So
It's still 350 though.
Yeah. Okay, so if we price low, 350. So Corsair RGB, we'll just put in 32 gigs because, as Si said, the speed doesn't super matter with price.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okie dokie. So SSD. I think it's got another ADATA 1 terabyte in it. It might have. Hang on a sec. I've got it apart. I'll just quickly look at what's actually in it, just for posterity.
And the power supply.
The power supply is an RM750E.
Okay. Core.
Yeah, it's an ADATA.
Corsair. RM750. 750E. 750E is £99.
99. Ugh.
Yeah. 132.
Damn.
200. 300.
Oh, 85. That's more like it.
That's a 750X.
Um,
But yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd call that an equivalent. I guess, again, we could go halfway and call it 90. Yeah, Sai says 90 as well. I keep saying about the same price as Sai does at exactly the same time. So to me, I feel like that's consensus. So yeah.
Cooling?
Cooling, that's got a Peerless Assassin on it. Oh, right. Okay, I've finally got this thing wired up.
Right, Peerless Assassin.
That needs a graphics card. I will grab a placeholder card.
120 SE. £25. Case.
Case is a Lianli V100. V100R? Or V100, I think if you type that in, it will come up.
V100.
Yeah, what's the V100R then? V100 and V100R. What's the difference between those two? Oh, I think the R is a mini.
Small.
Yeah.
The R is mini.
Yeah, this is not the mini one, so yeah, it's a V100 then. Yeah.
Cool. How much?
Um,
Because it's saying 70 quid.
yeah, I didn't pay 70 quid. I paid
But
like
you can
50
get
or 60.
Yeah, I would keep it at 60 to be with the same.
Yeah, let's go
support set,
60.
basically.
Yeah.
There you go. So you're at £1,770 and 45 pence.
But that's about what I'd expect for a computer like that. And also, like, broadly speaking, there's not really any compromises in this build. Sure, this storage isn't all that, but also, like, you kind of assume storage is kind of bring your own anyway.
Yeah.
And like, it's also obviously extremely easy to upgrade. But we stayed at sub £2,000 for what I would class as a high-end gaming PC.
Yeah.
That's including fees and stuff. 770. Yeah, no, that's including fees. You can share this. You can share that screen with them.
I'm going to now. Once we're basically done with the building. Browser. Chrome. Build parts. Edge chat. There you go.
Yeah. So there's the breakdown on that. So yeah, that's worked out pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, like that's going to be a hard sell. I'm not expecting to have anyone come in with £2,000, well, with £1,800 in their pocket anytime soon. I just don't have rich customers. However, it's there. So if someone turns around and says, I want a high-end gaming PC, I'll turn around and see and be like, right this way, sir. That's 1770 on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've assumed card fees of 1.75%.
Yeah, and it's not that high, so that's pretty generous. So like, yeah, at a push, I might put it in at 1750 because my card fees are not that high.
Yeah. But it's also a case of I'm just going to do the thing I always do to counter your point when you keep trying to undercut yourself. Is I'm now going to go to
1.75 is what you pay. I thought it was 1%. I didn't think it was that high. But you would know better than I, Si, because I don't pay attention to this stuff.
And then I'm going to go.
I just keep selling stuff and just try and get by volume. Need to switch the one. Yeah, I do need to change. All right, that's fair, Si.
Because.
Oh
There you go.
God.
1713 with a 9068 gig. 9068 gig.
Oh, they're such a rip-off, these builders. Yeah.
£1,700, 9068 gig.
Yeah, so, okay, so my response to this is, firstly, yeah, 100% correct. However, I'm going to strike a slight balance in that also our original spec was what if the customer tried to build this themselves?
Yeah. But I'm just saying this is a 9068 gig.
100%,
so you charge
100%.
that amount for a £200 more expensive graphics card or £300 more
100%, 100%. Hear me out.
Massively valid.
Yeah. So yeah. However, trying to get a middle ground there. So yeah. But yeah, so 1800 would be a valid price on that. And also, because it's a higher end PC, we can build in more profit there because higher end stuff employs a higher end stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, nearly 2 bands for a gaming PC. I know. The depressing part is that it wasn't like this last November. You probably could have got this thing down to like 1400 quid in last November. But yeah, it do be that way.
Right, what is the cheapest case on this list?
Fuck AI indeed. This is why I will have nothing to do with it. You cannot convince me otherwise. It's destructive. It is culturally and economically destructive.
Wow, they're all more expensive.
One day, it might be okay. However, in its current shape, it cannot be condoned. There needs to be it's all got to be torn down and we start again before it can become acceptable. Right. I've logged in this 6800 as a placeholder.
Ah!
You're
You
right.
could build this computer with an 8700F. Why is that an option?
Right.
Oh, it does come with an AIO, so...
Sure, but it's going to be like one of those. It's good. Yeah,
It's the Trick Stage 360.
Yeah, that probably
Which is
costs
kind
60
of
quid though.
An awful lot of money, though.
Oh, Trick Stage 360.
Isn't that the one with the...
Tricks. That sounds like just a generic cheap AIO to me.
No, it's one of them.
Oh. Oh, it's got like a fancy screen on it and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
That's why I'm about to swap that out for
Yeah.
just a standard air cooler.
Yeah, yeah,
Just to try and be actually comparative.
yeah.
Oh, no, I don't need special cooling. RAM.
All right.
Yeah. Graphics. Right.
Graphics. Whoop.
AMD graphics cards, there you go. Right.
Side panels on.
97.
Pens down, folks. The first build is done.
Cool. Yeah, fine. Okay. So, getting rid of the AIO and adding in a 9070 XT,
Yeah.
you're at £1,976.40.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So you charging 1780.
Still a bargain. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's with a Cooler Master Elite 650.
Yeah, which is fine.
Which is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But it's also a case of it's not got the same prestige attached to it as a RM750.
Yeah. This is
So-
why I always buy the
Yeah.
Corsairs as well, because like they have nice cables on them as well and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, fine. So
Yeah.
we're happy with that then. All right. Ah. Whoa.
You just give yourself a big shock.
I was kind of asking for that. I kind of deserved that, not gonna lie. All right. Right, let's boot, and then this one's done, and then we're on to the next one.
That only took you 2 hours.
No, is the stream timer on 2 hours?
1 hour, 50 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Oh my god. I said I wanted to do a 2-hour stream today, but I kind of want to get both of these PCs built. We're going to go fast on the second one. Bam.
Power.
Bam. Oh, okay. That took a concerningly long time to switch on from the point where I pushed the power button. These particular motherboards just have these MSI motherboards just have a really long turn on time. Okay, right. Have we got capture connected? We should do, yeah. I think there's Windows on this SSD. Have we got?
Huh.
We are posting at the moment, so we're waiting for post. We're RAM training. No, we're not RAM training because I didn't put any RAM in it.
It's Whamless. That's how you reduce your build price.
Looks like my memory isn't very good because I didn't put any memory in it.
Womp womp. What do you do for the Windows install on your pre-builts?
I pay $5 from Gamers Outlet. So yeah, there is technically an additional cost that we're not accounting for on that spreadsheet, but like for the sake of like the £3.84 or whatever it is, you just bury that in the build cost. That's just cost of consumables, you know. So
You're
yeah.
charge additional for premium thermal paste.
Oh my god, because they do that on the system builder sites, don't they? Absolutely disgusting. Did you remove the sticker from the cold plate? Yes.
There we go.
I don't even buy keys. Are you mass graving, Si?
I need to, clearly we need a bot command to shill Gamers Outlet for you. There you go.
Yeah, probably.
Get your keys from there. They're cheap. They work. What more do you need?
Yeah. Shush. Yeah. I still use I'll use those because like even though they're grey market, you kind of have plausible deniability on those. You know, there is technically a key that has been activated rather than it being, you know, quote unquote cracked. So yeah. Right, yep, this is RAM training, so we're just waiting for that now. Right, I've got a case. I've got a... Where did I put that other motherboard? Yep.
Oh, the motherboard that's hidden by the jumper.
Yes. Right, got a case, motherboard. Have I got RAM for that? I should have another DDR5 stick kicking around.
How the fuck would context restore work on a new computer? There was no context to restore to a newly built computer. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, it is at home. Yeah, okay, all my spare RAM is at home, so I'll have to rob the memory stick out of this one to put it in the other one. I've got more RAM at... a bunch of my spare RAM is at home because my LAN box is at home because that was being used for the Linux build, and that has a spare RAM stick in it. So yes, I need to bring RAM in from home. However, we can put this one in there temporarily and then I can complete it later. So yeah, there's still a couple of placeholder components here, but like the objective today is to get the towers built with like placeholder graphics cards and RAM, and I can just slot those last few bits in at the last second. So yeah. Are you still going? This might be RAM trained on like some other memory. I'm going to do a BIOS reset because that's taking too long.
I have randomly decided to not work.
Yeah. That might have had some garbage memory in it previously or something, and it's just, yeah.
There's only one stick in there.
It just needs a BIOS reset. Don't overthink it. Whoop. Okay. Whack. Boop and boop. Then I think the BIOS on this will need setting up, but I'll do that off stream. And when I say BIOS setup, like again, like you would turn on memory context restore once you've got the final memory in there and stuff, but also just like fan profiles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right, so motherboard, CPU, it's got a cooler on it. We've got a RAM stick to put in it. I need an SSD for it. A SSD. Use one of my AliExpress NetAC drives that showed up this week. Going to be a placeholder graphics card for the time being. Then power supply. I'm going to use that Cooler Master that I've got in stock. Whoop. And then this one will definitely have a 3060 in it because we're doing minimum viable for this. Are you still not going?
Yeah. It's up to 5 minutes.
Yeah, usually doesn't take that long, but okay.
Also, it's doing the correct LEDs for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get some 7000-T drives?
Yeah, I think so. The ones you linked. Yeah, the 7000-T drives. I can't remember how much these were. They just looked like a good price. So, how much did we pay for these? AliExpress. Reject cookies. No, that's the wrong account. I will have a look on this PC instead. My RAM is hopefully on the way as well, so I'm going to be drowning in DDR5 somehow, but like that's a good problem to have right now.
Yeah.
It means that I can actually sell some goddamn PCs this year.
They should have been £130 before cashback.
Orders. Right. Okay, the order value was £166.15, and I bought 2 of them. And these are the 1 terabyte models. The list price is 111 each, but like that's not what I paid. So the order total was 166.15. So basically just that divided by 2 seems to be approximately what I paid. So yeah. Oh, you got the 2 terabyte ones and that was 130. Yeah. So yeah, I paid so 166 divided by 2 is 166. What the 166 divided by 2. Yeah, so that was 83. So they were £83 each before cash back, and I got some cash back on that as well. So yeah, given the fact that we're now expecting to pay, you know, 120 pounds for a 1 terabyte drive, seemed to do pretty good there. So yeah. This thing is taking too long. I don't like this. I'm going to pull the graphics card because this graphics card isn't trustworthy. Something's up here. DRAM? I don't think so. Spare RAM? Unfortunately, I don't have any spare DDR5 right now. It's all at home. Oh, I do. I've got some in the other one. I don't want to take that out, but I might have to. I'm going to have to I'll put a different graphics card in first because I know for a fact that this 6800 is broken. However, I thought it was giving a picture, so that's why I tried to boot with it. This is our old friend, the 6800, that had... oh, no, I think this was just a no boot, this 6800. I think this one's actually just broken. I thought it had dead pixels on it, but... yeah, I think this graphics card is just kill. Where's my old friend, the 1060? Oh, there it is. I'll just whack the 1060 in there for now. Boop. All right. Try again. I got everything else plugged in. Got CPU power. Oh, I'm in the wrong RAM slot. That shouldn't matter, but I'm going to change that for good measure. I was in RAM slot 3 and I needed to be in 2.
Are you broken?
Yes, it doesn't want to go. I've swapped out the graphics card because I don't. This 6800 is faulty. I just thought it booted, but also the RAM was not in an optimal slot, which shouldn't matter, but whatever. But yeah, it's upset about something. This was working 2 weeks ago, so yeah, there can't be anything fundamentally broken about this build. We'll give it a little bit of time, otherwise I'll try a different memory module in it. Oh, there we go, it's doing stuff now, yeah. I think it looks like it didn't like the memory module being in slot 3, which is a bit whack. Like, it should have worked in any slot, but...
Yeah, certainly when there's only a single step.
Yeah, exactly, but whatever. Slot 2 is optimal anyway, so...
Capture.
We are not quite there. We've got DRAM and VGA at the moment, which is an interesting combination, but it's doing something, so yeah. Moving it might have just triggered the RAM train, maybe.
What's it actually doing at 3000 RPM?
These motherboards have really dumb default fan curves that are just like, ah! So, there it goes.
There we go.
Okay. Right. If you go to advanced.
There we go.
And then go to go to OC profile on the right. And load Adamant. And then just turn Expo off and then on again. Or go to settings and just double check that the Expo settings make sense. Yeah.
What's that under? Is that
advanced? I think it's under overclocking settings actually, because yeah, MSI BIOS is horrible. Let's see, Expo is enabled, DRAM speed is auto 6,000. And it's going to go to 6,000. Yeah, that's fine, that's what we've got in there. And memory context restore is on. Yeah, this profile has been set up, so yeah, just send it. Yep, right, that should boot. I've already set up fan profiles for this because I always save a profile when I set up a BIOS for this exact reason, is that I had a preset profile for this. Old BIOS, I thought we updated the BIOS on this.
I don't know, but it's certainly running something from 2025.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll check that it gets to Windows, because there should be Windows on this SSD. And then I'll do a BIOS update on it later, because if we do the BIOS update, we're probably then going to have to set up the BIOS again. And I'm just like, I would like to get another computer built, otherwise it's not going to get done. This on the bench, I'll get a BIOS update on stuff done on this during the week, because I can just do that while I'm fiddling with other things.
Yeah.
Actually sitting down and building up a tower from scratch, I will not get around to it. So I want to do that on stream, so it gets done.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, so that's just had another long boot cycle because it had to RAM train for a Expo and stuff. Looks like we might have an empty flash drive, but fine, whatever.
Oh wow.
Those fan speeds are also whack. I'll fix this. During the week. Yeah, because like it doesn't have the final graphics card in it or anything yet either. Anyway, so I'm not gonna sweat the details. Right. Okay. I'll nick that memory module again. Whoop. So this needs RAM and a graphics card and a BIOS update. I'll get that done during the week, but fundamentally it works. So get ye gone.
Get out of here.
Save profile to disk. You can't use old profiles on newer BIOS versions though, can you?
Often, no.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes, when there's functionally no difference between the versions.
Oh, someone didn't take the peel off the bottom of this foot properly.
However, most of the time,
Yeah, especially if we're going up multiple versions like this one will do.
yeah. And also there will have been new a geezer.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, right. Ooh, you are built. Ugh. Okay, right. So this one, I need to turn the fan around
Oh, I see.
and make sure that it's actually got thermal paste as a special treat.
It's like, turn the fan around. It
Yeah.
does that on its own.
Going to hurt you. I'm going to redo the thermal paste on this because I don't know. I think this thermal paste has been. I've taken this cooler on and off several times because this was one of the motherboards I was using in the BIOS Basics video. So that cooler has probably been messed with multiple times during the process of shooting that video.
Yes. Lovely.
Also, just make sure that it's actually got some. Yes, that is a 7500F. Just make sure there wasn't something unexpected in there.
Why is there a 9950X3D in here?
Yeah.
Where did you come from? Why are there two 4790Ks?
I just don't understand. Oh, can I use up one of my one shots here? Brown. That's probably enough. Right. Which way around do you... Oh yeah, you go that way around to clear the things.
Yes.
Delightful high quality cooler. However, this is going in the minimum viable build, so which we need to start speccing up.
Why cheap heatsink? Because it's a cheap heatsink.
Yep. This is a cheap as possible. This is a cheap as possible AM5 build. And we're using this cheap heatsink because I have it.
Right.
I'll probably do, I guess.
AM5 cheap. 7500F.
Yep. Right.
What's the motherboard?
The motherboard is what make are you? I think this is an MSI.
MSI Pro.
It's a Pro A620M-E. And yes, it is an MSI.
Yes. GPU.
GPU is going to be a 3060 12 gig.
60, 12 gigabyte. Right, how much was the motherboard?
I can't remember, so yeah, look up a current equivalent price.
Amazon.
Oh, this is white.
£93?
Oh my god, pretty sure I didn't pay that for an A620. I'd have been, yeah.
I hope not. Otherwise, you're an idiot.
Not got anything with an iGPU. It needs to be a gaming PC.
Oh God. Yeah.
Oh,
right.
this case is actually a lot nicer than I was expecting it to be. Okay, well that's going to look fairly funky.
Products, motherboards. A620.
Can you go to Facecam for a sec?
Facecam.
Yeah, oh that's actually quite smart. Now I can see why I bought this case. I quite like that.
The absolute cheapest A620 is £78.
Gross. Okay, well, yeah.
So £78.
Yeah, let's put it in at 78 then. Yeah.
How much was the 3060 12 gig?
182, so yeah, 183, something like that. Yeah.
How much is the RAM? What is the RAM?
So the RAM is going to be 16 gigs of whatever DDR5 I've got lying around. So
some kind of DDR5, 16 gigabyte.
yeah, and so we decided that was 180, didn't we?
Yeah. What SSD?
SSD is going to be one of those NetAcks. What are we valuing the SSD at? Are we going to say £100 for that?
Yeah. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Yeah.
Oops, not £1,000. That is unreasonable. What's the power supply?
The power supply is going to be a Cooler Master. Oh, there it is. One of them. MWE Bronze 550 V3.
550 V3.
For the record, the older MWEs were crap, but I think the V3 onwards, these ones are now considered to be fine, basically.
It's a bronze 550 watt.
Yeah. And yeah, I think these were like £43, that kind of money, when I bought them.
Yeah, £55,
Yeah.
£56.
I bought this one for less than that, otherwise I would have bought a CX.
Yeah. But yeah, the current replacement price is £55.
Yeah, because when I'm buying minimum viable power supplies, I'm basically buying either a CX or a Cooler Master MWE, depending on which is cheaper at the time, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right.
Oh no, where's the I/O shield for this motherboard? Uh-oh.
Seasonics have always been expensive.
Yeah, Seasonics are megabucks. Please be the right I/O shield. No, it's good, but it's not the one. Dang it. How have I gotten these separated?
The cheapest Seasonic is the Seasonic Core GX80X3 2024 at £96. So yeah.
£96 for how many watts, sorry?
650.
Yeah. It's not awful, but again, you know, I'd take the Corsair and get another 100 plus watts out of it for the same money, and it will be fine.
Oh, 45. Oh no, 45. Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. And like, you know, there's plenty of people who are just like, oh, I'm willing to pay extra for premium, etc., etc. And I'm like, okay, you know, that's fine, but if you do that across every component, then it's going to get expensive real fast. And I've seen people who have just like played that game and just slightly up-spec'd every component in the computer, and by the time they're done, like the whole system is costing them like a couple of £100 more for no additional performance.
Is this the Alpine 23?
Looks something like that, yeah. Oh, come on. Right. Box A620M.
which is £9. What was the case?
The case is a Cooler Master Elite 301.
And how much was that?
I don't remember.
Fair enough.
I'd be expecting to pay like sort of £40 or £50 for something like this, I think.
Elite 301.
That expensive, huh?
50 quid.
50 quid. Okay, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
There you go. So you are at £860.
£860.
Or you can go for the medium spec one.
Yeah, £860. Yeah, well, I mean, the medium was 1100, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still like sort of, 200. Yeah, it's about £250 cheaper.
Yeah.
But most importantly, that's sub 900. So like, even though it's not that much lower than the medium build, getting it under the £900 mark makes it a lot more attractive to someone who, because remember, a lot of customers, a lot of parents, they walk in saying, my boy wants a gaming PC. And I'm like, cool, well, here's our starting, and they're expecting to pay £600, like £500 or £600. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry, madam, that's not what they cost, Yeah. So, yeah. So, that's not quite as low as I'd hoped, but also that's okay. That, again, given the cost of memory, that's just what it costs.
Yeah.
It costs what it costs. And, yeah. The only difference between that and an AM4 build would get a bit lower than that because of the memory price, but probably only by about 60 or 70 quid, I would say. So yeah. Right, problem is, I think I've lost the I/O shield for this motherboard, and I don't know how that's happened, and I'm extremely perplexed. I might just fit it without one for the time being, and I'll solve this later on, because due to the nature of the fact that this is not going to have a motherboard, the fact that this won't have a graphics card in it quite yet means that the motherboard will be trivially easy to go I/O shield when I find the I/O shield. So yeah. So I'm going to keep building for now. We're just going to have to build with no I/O shield, and I will just find it after the fact. And nice, all the standoffs are aligned. Cool, all right. I'm super annoyed. I've been really diligent about keeping I/O shields with their respective motherboards lately. So I'm extremely annoyed that I've misplaced that. It's probably not far away, but I'm not going to spend, we're already over time as far as I'm concerned, so. I'm going mega slow. Right, are you metric? Yeah, that's metric. Cool. One.
Yeah,
two,
Intel LGA 1700 with
four,
DDR4.
5.
Still a good option. It depends on what price you can get the parts for.
Yeah.
Because last time I looked, the DDR4 motherboards were minimum price £200, and the CPUs were double a 7500F. So it's a case of you can buy a dead-end socket on DDR4, or you can spend probably basically the same money and get a cheap 7500F PC.
Yeah. Performance-wise, Intel is entirely adequate. Because, like, recently Jay's 2 Cents put out a video where he reported his experience with running a Core Ultra CPU for the past 6 months or a year or however long it had been. And the gist of the video was I haven't had any major issues with it, and the performance is 100% fine. Sure, on benchmarks we can see that like the AMD CPUs are faster in benchmarks, but in the real world you don't notice that because you're always GPU bound, etc., etc. And I 100% agreed with his sentiment. But the problem was never the performance. The problem was that the price just didn't work because, after all of it, every time we run the numbers on Intel versus AMD, AMD is just cheaper because of the proliferation of AliExpress purchases. What are these standoffs? I've tried 2 different screws and neither of them fit. Right, that one's Imperial. That one's Imperial. Okay, they're Imperial. Apparently I just suck.
Yeah. Mixed for your displeasure.
There we go. I was ready. If it had been a mixture of Imperial and metric, I would have actually been like, ah!
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, the other problem as well is that DDR4 is now actually a noticeable bottleneck on modern CPUs. If you've got like 12th gen, then it's probably a wash. But certainly,
as long as you've not got the 12900.
Yeah. However, certainly 13th gen and onwards, you are 100% leaving performance on the table with DDR4.
Yeah. Again, obviously, this is irrelevant if you were going to pick up an i3 for some reason.
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah.
Also, at the same time, I don't know why you'd be buying an i3.
Yeah.
When you can buy a faster 7500F.
Yeah, the only time any of this makes sense is if you're doing a conversion, like when we were talking about converting that HP build that I had where the motherboard had failed and we were converting it into a custom build. So we had CPU, RAM and SSD, we just needed a motherboard for it. That because we already had RAM and CPU, at that point it made sense to buy a motherboard that fitted those components that we already owned. That's the only time when it actually makes any sense. Whoop. Right, am I going to put a heatsink on this? Oh, it has. Yeah, it's got a natty little one on it already. Ugh. Even the plastic is cheap. However, the drive was cheap, like the budgies, so I will not complain. Delicious. Put on my NetAxe sticker. I'm going to put it on so it's the right way up as a special treat as well. Wow, not going to lie, these things are kind of nasty, but beggars can't be choosers right now, so...
Oh, 6 performance cores, okay.
Whoop.
Kind of the issue is there's appeal from both sides of the sticker. Okay.
Yes, yeah, I got the back and the front. Thank you.
The Core Ultra 5225F is still 140 quid. And it's just like...
Yeah, and like this is the thing, I'm not expecting Intel to compete with AliExpress prices, but at the same time, if you're a savvy purchaser, then yeah, you're going to buy the AliExpress CPU, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, and for example, if you're me, yeah, I'm going to buy the AliExpress CPU, because why wouldn't I? So that's the thing. I'm kind of asking the impossible here for Intel, because it's not fair for me to ask Intel to compete with AliExpress prices, but at the same time, that's what I'm going to be comparing them against. So, what do? Ooh, is that going to fit? Nope, that's not the right standoff. Gosh dang it. Need to find a standoff for this M.2. Why didn't I fit it? Oh, I've done crimes with this motherboard. Horrible, horrible. Try and find another one.
Intel 14400. Yeah, the 14400 is still like 150 quid on AliExpress.
14400. Yeah.
Or like the 13400 is more, 150. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how we end up with these cheap AMD CPUs, but we do. So
The 12400 is like 130.
yeah.
So I guess.
If I've got the choice, then why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Jury boards have some. Oh yeah, I should probably raid those at some point, but there we go. Got that fitted now. Good. All right, that's that in there. The power supply time. Whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Whoop. Oh. Just a massive discount on trays to outsell Intel, I guess. Yeah, I guess, because like it's some, you know, like they're not all off the back of a lorry, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, 12400 is like 130 quid again. So it's just like, yeah, none of this is getting the discounting that the tray CPUs are for AMD.
Okay, right.
Oh my goodness.
Power supply. What have you spotted?
Jiggin. V350M motherboard. Compatible with the bleeding AMD 1000 or 5000. Why? It's just bleeding.
Zalgo text.
It's like, okay. It has a SATA.
Yeah.
Comes with a battery.
I don't think that's going to work out as economic.
No. I was just like,
once you
what
actually
is this?
add up that deal. Yeah, don't buy those junk boards. Yeah, like even if it was like a recognizable board, B350 is still just way too old. Like B450 is kind of a bit how you're doing in this day
Don't
and
worry.
age. Oh, no.
Intel 12 cores.
No. Don't do it. All of the people are going to come out of the woodwork and tell you to start buying a Lenovo ThinkStation P500, whatever it is, with a Intel Xeon that uses a kilowatt of power.
Over 2630, yeah.
Xeon go burr, yeah.
Fuck are you on about?
Right.
Sometimes you've just got to read the messages and go, carry on with your day.
Not every fight needs to be fought. Right.
I'm
Delicious.
Really sad.
What camera are we on at the moment, by the way?
That one.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm just wiring in the power supply. Yeah.
I'm really sad that I didn't get in on X299 refresh when X299 refresh was current. But it's also the case of it was like, if I needed that much CPU, I could have just bought Threadripper and been faster.
Yeah. Wasn't early Threadripper kind of a bit of a mess, though?
Yeah, but that was X299 non-refresh.
Oh,
The
okay.
refresh came in with 2000s.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. So by that point,
The CPU's actually posted.
yeah.
The RAM could do faster than... No.
Whoop.
I can't remember. The earliest motherboards with the earliest revisions, people were getting excited when they had their AMD RAM above 26, up to 2666.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Just like,
Look how far we've come. Right. Power supply. Oh yeah, how are we doing with this? Are we done with the spec sheet for this now?
I don't know, it depends. Do you wish to add this to your basket?
No. No, I don't. 2133, the dream. Blistering Facebook performance.
I still think the thing that's absolutely wild with that is we went from that in 2016, 2666 being kind of spicy,
Yeah.
to DDR4 4000 being almost expected out of the second gen X570 boards. And it's just like, okay, that's some socket development, that is. However, yes, the spec sheet is complete.
Good.
Although with these parts, I think it's more of a spec sheet.
Okay, I'll give you that for the joke, yeah. Because I was about to be defensive and be like, oh, come on, that's a decent computer. But yes, I think this will be a cute little runner for someone. And yeah, I think getting a entirely cromulent gaming PC for sub £900 retail in the year 2026 isn't bad going. With a current generation platform kind of thing, you know. I mean, sure, 7500F isn't current gen per se, but it's an AM5 platform. You know, that means it's got legs. And if you want to build anything cheaper, then you're going to be building with, you know, it's going to be an AM4. Like an AM4 shitbox is a bit strong, but it's still going to be AM4, which is still functionally a dead end. So yeah.
Filters. Reduce.
Yeah. Are you deliberately muted at the moment?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Because I was putting the microphone in my shirt.
Oh, I see, yes. Yeah.
And then I remembered that I'd put in like 9 decibels of gain.
I see.
So I was like, oh yes, before I put it here where it's supposed to be, I will reduce some of the gain.
But yes, sorry folks, yeah, mics are crap. Forgot to charge them. Well, I didn't forget to charge them. I thought they were on charge and they were not charging. Still mad. Stay mad, bro.
Yeah. For reasons unknown, despite being in the charging case, connected to a charger, they did not in fact gain charge.
I think it's because the charging case was flat when we put them in there. So they just needed to be like taken out and put back in, or the case just needed to be open and shut one more time or something, but
yeah,
whatevs.
Okay, good. I'm going to take myself back to a flat 10.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, what do we got here? CPU. Goes up there. What is all of this? This is all fans. Oh, let's move that around there. That is fans, that is RGB. Okay. Ruggable. Get that in a moment. Going to be a little bit threadbare on the inside of this case, but I think that will actually kind of work in a way. Whoop.
A what? I love it when I click on a product and it immediately disappears.
It's because you clicked on a bundle deal.
Thanks, AliExpress.
Yeah.
Show me the product.
Bundle deals make no sense to me.
Yeah, it makes even less sense that you're not even allowed to get the thing that you want.
It's so frustrating. I just don't click on. I don't click on anything that's a bundle deal because it will just immediately direct you away from that product and say, here's a bunch of stuff that is similar to that and that people have also searched for. I'm like, but that's not what I'm looking for.
I like that though.
Show me the thing.
Type C to Game Boy SP charging little doodad.
Oh.
I just like the fact that it exists.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Because the proprietary chargers, last time I saw one on eBay, it was like £45.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Or something, or £40, and I was just like,
whack. Right. Oh no, does this motherboard have RGB? It's not going to have it, is it? Yeah, that's how they get you. Oh, it's got analog RGB, but it doesn't have digital RGB.
I misread the brand name on this.
Sag.
Power meter is
Okay.
Hindrance. I thought it was the Hindrance power meter. I was just like, are you sure?
Just arbitrarily has a 3-volt drop across it just to really mess with whatever you're plugging it into, you know. Okay, that's unfortunate. We've got no RGB header on here, so I'll need to get a cheap RGB controller. I might have a rummage through my... Oh, actually, where's my RGB spares box? I've got a box somewhere with a bunch of random RGB nonsense in it. There it is. I wonder if I've got just a random controller in here. The answer to that is no. Yeah, I need to buy just like some stupid £2 SATA to RGB adapter for builds like this.
What? Why do you...
Okay, that's getting tucked into the bottom now. Yeah, just for if you're building a Type C power output into a box. So yeah, don't get involved, Caradog. Like I have literally spent an evening just browsing through AliExpress, clicking on things, being like, what even? Who would ever want this? Why does this exist? You know, it's sometimes it's good fun, but there are other times where it's just like, no, reclaim your life, get away.
Oh, would you like an endoscope? It's waterproof.
I have one of those in the back room. I bought it at one point cheap, just as an inspection camera. I've never ever used it, but I bought it on a whim because I was like, that kind of looks like fun. And yeah, just never found a use for it. Right. I hope the BIOS on this motherboard isn't scrambled because I was doing crimes to it for the BIOS videos.
Charge your GameCube controller at 45 watt in power delivery. Would you like a large capacity syringe?
Alright, come on, Caradog, I need you to focus. I need you to focus for a moment.
It's fabulous.
Right. Just put a graphics card in here and we will be ready to go. And as people pointed out earlier on, this case has snap-off PCI brackets, which I forgot to snap off in advance, so now I need to do it after putting the motherboard in and try not to shred the motherboard. Ooh. One. Rubbish. And 2.
Do not destroy the graphics card. Oh my god.
Oh, a
coin
2032 charger, yeah.
Coin cell recharger.
I think Big Clive looked into those at some point, and they do theoretically work. But also, it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like, but why? the replacement cells cost pennies. Why are you bothering to try and recharge? Because apparently, like, I seem to remember they've got, like, it's a very hit and miss thing. Like, some of them will recharge and some of them won't, you know.
Do you remember?
Oh, I send these to people, like, now and then just to troll them. I'm like, can I interest you in a 20-in-1 spaghetti cable?
Right. Micro USB, Samsung D800, Type-C, Samsung i900, Nokia N90, Nokia 8250.
Oh, thank God, that's the one I've got.
PSP, another micro USB, Motorola V3, and iPod. 30-pin.
Thank God.
A router restart cable.
Yeah, that's okay. So those are actually kind of fascinating. It's basically just an inline DC cable that just switches off and on every 24 hours, or based on a timer. So you basically just have a hardware manual restart switch for a widget, which, you know, there are situations where that would be relevant.
Maybe.
That thumb screw is not going to fit. That needs one of these. Right, we're almost there, folks. Guess I'll put that one in.
Oh dear.
Okay. Right. All right, this PCI Express power is a little bit how you doing, but it's not the final graphics card, so I'm not going to fuss over making that look nice. And also the RGB is not going to light up because we don't have a digital RGB header on this motherboard.
DARGB.
So, yeah. Right.
Have you put the RAM in?
I put the RAM in. Oh, did I actually click it? I definitely did that time. No.
Have you actually plugged in the front panel connectors?
No.
That'll be why it doesn't work. Professional.
Clean ME, bro. Whoop.
How cheap is this PC? This PC is £860.
That's going to be my sell price.
Price.
Yeah, that's with a £100. That's with about approximately £110 of build cost built into it. So, like, if you wanted to do this yourself, we'd be talking more like £750. That's assuming that you're putting a 3060 12 gig in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, but still £750 for a AM5 computer with a 3060 in it is fine. Where are the front panel wires? Ah, there it is. Those were quite well hidden. No wonder I didn't spot them. Is that a... Yeah, oh, cool, nice. It's a single block front panel. Based Cooler Master.
F panel.
F's in chat.
It pays respect.
I like the case. Yeah. Yes. I built. I think. I was expecting this to be black with no window, because this was supposed to be a cheap case that I could use to build a custom office machine in, or a cheap gaming PC, whichever was required. But apparently I got the white one with a window on it. But it looks pretty good. You know, as a cheap gaming PC, I'm like, yeah, I quite like it. It's got enough space to put a modest graphics card in it. There's not. It's not got a lot of. Oh, this is a 2-slot graphics card only setup. You will not fit. A 3-slot graphics card ain't gonna fit in this. So yeah, I think that's the biggest limitation, and that's due to just go to overhead cam a sec. So yeah, the main issue is that this motherboard is using the second PCI slot for the graphics card in order to fit in the NVMe. So that means you've got a 2-slot graphics card, and by the time you put in a 2.5 or a 3 slot, there's just no room to breathe. And also you've got to fit in the cables underneath the graphics card here, so it's just not going to work. It's fine it's okay on this build because I'm going to put a 2-slot 3060 in there, but that's about as much as you could put in. This is where micro ATX can really catch you out. If you want to build a micro ATX, you need to carefully pick your motherboard where they're using the top PCI Express slot and then putting the M.2 slot under the graphics card, which gives you a bit more space under the GPU. Or you need to be buying a micro ATX case where the power supply is top or front, so you have a bottom intake directly into the GPU.
They could have just not.
Yeah, they put in enough space for a water cooler at the top of this case, which I think is quite interesting.
They could have just not, and then given you enough space for a graphics card.
Yeah. Yeah, potentially yes, but also again, just this motherboard having the M.2 drive above the graphics card is just not a great idea. It's more convenient, but having the graphics card a slot higher just it doesn't eradicate this problem, but it means that you're less likely to run into a hard limitation.
Mm. What? Oh, has it got a tab that goes inside the case?
Oh yeah.
To screw in.
Oh no, it's on the outside. Yeah. Looks can be deceiving.
It was just because this gap was so big.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just tolerances. I want my SSD to be heated by air from the GPU fins. I mean, it is anyway. But yeah, unfortunately, that's just going to happen. But it's also just not really that bad. SSDs don't need a lot of cooling, they just need some cooling. Unless you have very high-end SSDs, but if you have really high-end SSDs, you probably have a higher-end motherboard that has bigger heat sinking on the SSDs as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is one of those things where, like, for the kind of build that you would actually use these components for, it ends up not really mattering. Okay, it turned on this time.
You did it.
I'm going to give myself another static shock now. All right. We've got no diagnostic LEDs on this motherboard, so now we just wait for it to do stuff. Oh. Quite nice for a cheap case. Yeah, I agree. Like, that's why as soon as I took this out of the box, I was like, oh, that's quite nice. I like that. I will probably buy another one of these. Like, visually, you know, I think the Corsair that we were building in earlier on, I think that's an ideal price point case right now. But if you're trying to build a minimum viable computer and you want a cheap option, because, like, you don't really want to build the cheapest computer money can buy in a nice Corsair case. There's that weird sort of parts matching thing where, like, there's nothing wrong with building a cheap computer in a nice case, but when if you're a retail shop, you want to do the good, better, best nonsense, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go.
Ugh. All right. And it has posted. Yeah. Do you want to go F1 for setup? Oh, right. Yeah.
Do you want to plug in the keyboard?
All right. Whatever.
I can do that as soon as there's an F1 device.
Mr. Passive Aggressive. Here's your stinking keyboard.
Okay. There you go. Even has a functioning BIOS on it. It needs updating because it's a 2024 BIOS.
Wow, yeah. Oh, well. Okay.
But still, it functions.
Yes. What's the stream timer on?
3 hours.
251. Okay, yeah. We don't have time to BIOS update it though. Yeah, I'm gonna chat for 10 minutes while I just have some more cider and then we'll wrap up, I think. Yeah, this one annoyingly is going to need some more fettling. I need to scour the shop and find the hecking rear I/O panel. I'm so annoyed that that's gone walkabout because I've been so careful lately about not losing those. But yeah, I'll see if I can track it down. If not, worst case scenario is I've just got to 3D print one, which, as Si said earlier on.
Have you got any light coloured filaments?
I've got white, so I could just print it in white. Yeah. Or failing that, if I did it in black, it would look fine. Otherwise, yeah. So graphics card for this is on the way. I've got RAM at home for it, so I need to buy a graphics card for the Corsair. So I'm gonna buy a 6800 for that. I'll go hunting around, see if I can find one on deal. I'd be happy if I could find. Did we decide 6800 XT?
They were like £15 different.
Yeah. So we're going to buy an XT. Yeah. I'll see if I can score an XT for 300 because I think there's going to be an XT for 300 out there, which would be nice. So I'll see what I can do. Plastic I/O, great for grounding. It's fine. The motherboard is grounded by a million other points anyway. So yeah, like the whole grounding thing, I don't see that as being a big deal at all. There's so many other points of grounding on the PC.
I mean, it's grounded by the grounds in the 24 pin.
Yeah, like every wire has a ground going into it. Every screw in the motherboard is grounded to the chassis. There's so many ground points that it's a non-issue. Graphics card is on the way for this one. I've got RAM, so it needs an I/O shield, and then I need to do BIOS setup and a BIOS update, and I'll do that during the week. But it's built so I can put it on the desk and finish it on the desk now. And that means I'll actually have a 3-computer setup, which is what I really wanted to get going in January, and I didn't think I was going to get to. And yeah, the nice thing about all of this as well is just like, man, yeah, I have actually managed to do this without having to pay through the teeth for any of the components. So yeah, the nice thing is I'm actually going to end up doing quite well on these builds, even with the prices being what they are.
Yeah.
So yeah. Whew.
Yes.
Cool.
It happened.
It did happen.
It was done.
All right. Yeah, stuff that's coming up. No podcast next week because I'll be at a barbecue that I thought I was going to be at today but wasn't. So yeah, we'll see you in a fortnight with something else. Other than that, I've run out of things to talk about. So yes.
Very well.
Yes. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for the super chats as well. Much appreciated. Live stream from the barbecue. Absolutely not. But yes. Gaming tomorrow? No. Because I'm away tomorrow at a different barbecue. There were 2 barbecues coming up. I thought they were both on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. However, there is one Sunday, one next Saturday.
You'll be thoroughly barbecued.
I will be barbecued. I'll probably be barbecued tomorrow because I think it's going to be dreadfully hot. But we'll make it.
Frightfully warm.
Frightfully hot, yes.
Anyway, thanks for being here.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Goodbye.